And the frost was on the pumpkins this morning. It was like 28 degrees when I woke up this morning, and I don't even think we're going to hit 50 today. Maybe just close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for 1 second.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and it's time for another kitchen counter thrift haul. And wait a minute. Sorry, little green depression glass. Get out of here. Hit the pike. We are in the 50s and 60s this afternoon, and we're not going anywhere. In fact, this is part 1. I'll be back tomorrow or the next day with Mid-Century Madness Part 2. I've got even more. Yeah. So let's take a look at what's what. You're going to see a lot of turquoise, and a lot of this is made by Hazel Atlas. You're going to recognize the dot pattern, and I sold some last week, but I've got some more to sell. Here's a set of 5 of these little guys here for whatever specific cocktail that is. You know I don't know too much about that. So we'll leave that up to you. And then, so there's 5 of those, and the Capri dot, okay, Hazel Atlas. And there's 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Right? And this is still very popular. Very mid-century. I think I have that as one auction and that as another. Okay, while we're sticking with the company, you'll see this glass is the same color, and that's I believe that's Hazel Atlas as well. A pinwheel candy dish there. And this glass is all chip and crack free. And of course, as you know, I wash everything and get it all, degreased if it needs to be. So there's the aqua colored glass. And then a USA Pottery piece here. Let's see, does it say California? Oh, I don't remember. Just made in USA, so who knows. A 3-part dish there. You could do anything you want with that. Pistachios, hazelnuts, black olives, and it's pottery, and you're almost expecting one of these little points to be chipped. We won't let you down. We do have 2 chips, but they're on the underside. You can't see them from the top. Well, where are they? Well, there's one, which can only be seen when you turn it upside down. But who comes into your house and turns your candy dishes upside down? Well, of course I do, because I want to find out who made it, but that's the only problem with that. And look at the little spaghetti sort of random threading in the paint there, so popular in the 60s. Yes, I sold a Corning coffee pot 2 weeks ago, but here's another one. Last pot was a 4 cup pot. And this is a nice big 6-cup pot. You'll see there, stovetop. And this is just about as immaculate as the last one. I don't sell dirty, cruddy things. I don't think it's been... Look, I've seen a lot of coffee pots. You don't find them that crystal clean. These coffee pots are usually pretty stained from use. Now, I'm not saying that this one hasn't been used, but either this was meticulously cleaned or not used very much, so you'll be happy with the condition on it. There was no recall on this model. This handle won't fall off. Don't worry. You can buy and sell this one. It's another model where the handle falls off. I think it's the great big, might be the big 10-cup model that was recalled. So that one is okay. Okay. I'm not good with these swung vases, and I never know if it's L.E. Smith or Viking. So, you know, I always just say in the style of L.E. Smith or Viking, because I don't have books from the 60s glass for the most part. An Amberina swung vase in good shape. There is no calcium in there. There's a little dirt in there. I tried to scrub it the best I could, but I didn't have an implement to get all the way down in there like someone else might, to be able to clean it a little bit better. But there's no cloudiness to that glass, and it's not chipped. It's a really pretty swung vase in Amberina. Nice and tall. Back there are the 2 kittens. You saw me pick those up at a flea market a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday morning. Paint by numbers. I call these the Howard Johnson's colors. Hojos. You guys remember this orange and turquoise? It was a big hit together. Those two, just like the cream and green of the 30s, this is quintessential, right? Early 60s, that turquoise and orange. And these are matching paint by numbers in frames. There was glass behind the kittens, and I just took it out. It's going to make it a lot safer and lighter to ship. I don't think anybody really wants the glass, because you don't really put glass over top of paint by numbers. These are pretty well done, and they're clean and they're in matching frames, so I like those a lot. Here's Queen's Lustreware. A beautiful set here. Not a salad bowl set, because these would be very small salads. So little desserts, chips and dips, desserts, pretty much anything you want to serve out of it. Here's the original tag, Queen's Lustreware. And of course you can go, there's the Queen right there. Let's zoom in on the Queen. We don't want to, come on. There she is. Okay. Looks a little bit like Agnes Moorehead, doesn't it? I don't know. But safe with detergent, will not tarnish, will not stain. And Brooklyn. Okay, so we've got, here we go. We have 6 little dessert bowls here. Chip and dip bowls, and the big thing. And then, of course, I do know what's missing here, and so do you. Now, just to show you what it looks like, one of these large bowls does fit, but I do not believe that that's supposed to be there. From what I have seen, there is a smaller dip bowl, and the bottom of it protrudes about an inch, as opposed to this one, so it really fits down in there. Now that's missing. You'll find it on the internet if you want to replace it or not use it, but that's the one piece that's missing from this set. Otherwise, beautiful. And it's hard to really see the wonderful faded silver luster that's on this glass. Popular stuff in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. We got everything except the LPs, the 10-inch LPs. Now these are all English Vogue, and these are all going to be very early 50s. A couple of these might even be 1949. Remember the early LPs were these 10-inch in size. Now, I've got everything listed. I'm still working on the LPs because I'm recording them for myself to actually keep the music. So I don't think I have the LPs listed when this video goes up, but they'll be listed soon. Great late 40s, early 50s jazz, and the graphics on these is just out of this world. Chet Baker and Dizzy Gillespie. I have a story to tell you about Dizzy Gillespie. You're going to think I'm name dropping. I'm really not, but not only did I meet Dizzy Gillespie, but I was actually in a concert with him. Now you're saying, wait a minute, Scott. He's been dead for years and you're not that old. I'll tell you some other time, I promise I will. But I did get a chance to play. I am a trumpet player. And I told you I wasn't going to tell the story, and I'm not. I'll do it another time. And he was a sweetheart. I tell you, he was the nicest man. Bud Powell Trio, Dizzy Gillespie again, Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie Parker, Miles Davis, Fats Navarro. These are all greats of jazz. I love this one over here, Martini Time, the Art Van Dam Quintet. And Howard McGee Sextet. Look at this graphics on there. It's so mid-century. You have to love it. And I do. And so we're going to be putting all those records up for sale pretty soon, but I think I covered everything. This is not going to be a terribly long video, but don't tune out yet because I am going to tell you in just a second about last night's video, the Edison cylinder player. I just want to give you a little bit of information. There were commercials in that video, but I don't see any of the profits from those commercials. Now, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Well, stay tuned and I'll explain it. Okay, everyone. I have an announcement to make. Well, not really an announcement. It's halfway through my workday, and I'm treating myself to another one of these really good salads from Wendy's. Apple pecan chicken. And I have some peanuts back here. What I wanted to tell you is that in last night's video, when I showed you the Edison phonograph, there were commercials in that, but I'm not making any money off of that video. I want to tell you about that because sometimes people don't really understand, and they'll say things to me like, oh my gosh, you know, why did you put so many commercials in that video, or this kind of thing. Yes, my channel is monetized, and of course, but I play a lot of music in my videos, as you know, and in many cases that music is copyrighted. Now, I don't get in trouble for that. I don't get any copyright strikes against me, but many of my videos are ineligible for monetization, but there's still commercials in it. Aha! You say, what's going on? Well, YouTube changed its policies on that a while ago. I'm not really interested in it. But I want you to know, last night's video with the phonograph, the baseball girl that I played, that recording is over 100 years old and it's public domain, but the rights to that was re-released. I don't remember which company re-released it, either on CD or LP. But somebody is still collecting royalties for that recording, and which means my using it makes that video ineligible for monetization for me. But, and in the past there would be no commercials. YouTube is now putting commercials in those kinds of videos. They are. So I knew, because when the video is being looked at to make sure there aren't cuss words in it, or I don't know, I didn't like step on a kitten in the video or some weird thing. They let me know before I let it public, you can't monetize this video. You're not going to make any money off the commercials. You're not going to get 20, 25 bucks for this video because of that music that you used. Now I have a choice. I can either take that music out or just leave it in there. I do that frequently. you know, I left it in, published the video anyway, because I wanted you to hear the baseball girl. It's funny, and I wanted that to be the cylinder that I played. So I just let it fly. But I don't choose how many commercials. I don't choose where the commercials are placed in the video, beginning, middle, end. That's all YouTube does all of that. And whoever owns the right to that, they get the money. Now, it did tell me, but I don't remember. I hope that's not confusing, but I hope that you understand that that's the difference now. I just wanted to tell you that so that you would that people would know that that's, if you see a video that's not monetized but it's got commercials in it, it might have some type of copyrighted material in it. Okay. Well, let's get back to whatever I'm going to finish this salad, and then we'll get back to the meat and potatoes of this video. Well, here they are, and are they fantastic or not? 4 Costco chairs from the mid-50s into the early 60s. Sort of hard to say. I know that my grandparents had a set. Remember when card parties were a big deal in the 50s and 60s? People would get together and play pinochle and that sort of thing. Everybody had a set like this. There was a table that went with it. There's no table on these, but the vinyl, or whatever that covering is, I don't know, naugahyde, whatever it is, it's great. No splits, no cracks. And they need to be cleaned. I can bring this yellow up a lot more. Remember that sound? Anyway, these will clean up nicely. And I'm just going to clean them. Boy, these are heavy, well-built Costco chairs. And a set of 4 of them. They were $4.99 each, which is $5, $10, $15, $20. I got them for half price, so $10 for those 4 chairs. And they're probably going to wind up in a flea market. I'll hold on to them until I get all of my stuff together for a flea market, and that's where those will go. Okay, folks, don't forget to come back in the next day or two and see Mid-Century Part 2. And hopefully the records will be up for those who are interested in all that old music. Alright, that's it. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. It's Friday. Everybody have one whale of a weekend. Be safe. So long for now.